New on Curiosity Stream.
From time to time, we have collisions between asteroids and the Earth.
We track them, we study them, we hope the big one never comes. Don't look up, it's Asteroid Rush. And alligators. They rarely get sick. They even outlasted the dinosaurs. Could they hold the secret to human longevity?
Their blood could have antibacterial applications.
Wade into the investigation on immortal alligators. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Head chef on the way, ranking the top McDonald's dipping sauces with Ted's Meat and Potatoes. But first time for a few emails from the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Let's jump right into the birthdays. Hola, guys. Today is our son's 11th trip around the sun. We want to wish him a wonderful birthday. He's loud, witty, and full of charm. Happy birthday, Monkey. Does not say the name of the 11-year-old son.
I think his name's Monkey.
Can you get an OG fish sandwich and the dirty Germans talk about Legos? No, we don't do dirty Germans for anybody who's not 18 years old.
Correct.
Love Mama, Daddy, and Pickle. Well, happy birthday there, Monkey. Good
Monkey and Pickle.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see here. Oh, gentlemen, today's my best friend Brigel's Dirty 30. Can I request a bong rip, an inspirational quote from Miles, and the dirty Germans for her, please? Thanks, bitches. Turning 30. When I turned 30, I asked my doctor for some advice on how to lose some weight. He said, don't eat anything fatty. I said, thanks, Doc. He said, you're welcome, fatty.
Yeah, tonight for your birthday, I give you special skin pickle. But I need to put it in your brine pit.
Yeah, sometimes I take that pickle, I deep fry it. So, surprise, it's like a corn dog. There's a wiener in there.
Guys, please wish my bearded beauty of a husband, Zach, a happy 31st first trip around the sun. If you could please give him some dirty German love, some turtle moans, and a fish sandwich. Thanks a bunch. Love you guys. His loving, beautiful, thick with 3C wife, Tiara.
A fillet of fish sandwich.
Yeah, tonight we're going to play a little game called Rock Band. The first band up will be Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're also going to play a game I like to play with a real band. We call it Hide Sit Drumstick. Yeah, as then later I throw it out to this crowd.
Yeah.
Right?
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Couple extra emails. Thank you, Bob. An extra, let's see, mistaken identity. Let's do this one. All the guys catching up on my Odyssey app on your shows on the graveyard shift. Years ago, my family and I would go to a Chinese restaurant in University Place after church. My dad, a 6'2", slim-built black man, used to always wear a nice suit because he used to preach at church near said restaurant. Just about every time we went to eat at this restaurant, we would only order 1 or 2 lunch plates to share because it was plenty of food. But the lady that ran the front of the house would always give us extra egg rolls, dumplings, pot stickers, etc. We asked my dad why they always gave us extra food, and he would never tell us why. Well, sadly, that restaurant burned down and was replaced by a fireplace store, ironic. Anyway, my dad finally told us why we always got free extra food. It's apparently because the owner, the lady that ran the front of the house, thought he was Barack Obama. and nothing my dad would tell her could convince her otherwise. Keep up the great work, fellas. Sincerely, that from Justin in Tacoma. As far as the exotic foods, bitches, a lot was brought up in the show when you guys were talking about black pudding. For the record, blood isn't even the main ingredient. It's about the 4th or 5th. Most of it is actually wheat and oats, fat and spices. It does have a unique taste, but not in a bad way. And on more than one occasion, a couple of black puds with egg, sausage, and toast will help a hangover when you consider they're loaded with protein, iron, and other nutrients. Also, on a note about puddings in the UK. Pudding is a catch-all word that has multiple meanings. Pudding in the U.S. is basic custard. However, in the UK, pudding can be savory in the sense of black pudding, haggis, steak, and kidney pudding, and other things. Pudding is also a synonym for dessert. So when the headmaster shouts, how can you have any meat, or how can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat, and another brick in the wall, what he means is, how can you expect to have dessert if you can't finish your mains? It isn't all too uncommon for a menu to consist of starters, a main, and then pud. Rhymes with good, or pud. Later, bitches, that from Sean in England.
I understand that blood might be the fourth or fifth ingredient in the meal, but I still think of it like this. I open a bag of potato chips. There's just one fingernail in there.
What flavor are the chips?
Yep.
What flavor is the fingernail? What flavor of chips would you be most willing to eat it, even though the fingernail's in there?
Cool Ranch Doritos.
Okay.
Yes.
We definitely want to get out.
Right. They said you gotta eat a bag that has a fingernail in it, and you get to pick your own flavor. I might go old school nacho cheese.
Promise this brother I'd throw this out there for him. I want to reach out regarding an event for a young family and daughter who suffered with a kid with a child brain cancer. Just found out she passed away last week. On April 23rd, we're going to have a motorcycle charity poker ride in her honor. All proceeds go directly to the family to ease her financial hardship. The girl, Addie, was 9 years old. This ride is not only to raise money for her family, but to raise awareness regarding child brain cancer, help local businesses. A band has donated their time to play the event. We have 5 locations that have donated their venues to be rest stops and poker draws for others. Also created a blanket with several motorcycle clubs, groups, and associations that have donated patches so we can present it to the family at the end of the ride. Being that I'm also an Army veteran, I was able to get the local VFWs and American Legions to donate to the event. Love a shout out with you guys during the men's room. That would be awesome. It is April the 23rd, 9:45 a.m. registration. Kicks up at 11 a.m. Starting location will be the Rec Room Bar. That's in Linwood, and the in-ride will be in Mount Vernon at the Rex. So there you go on that one. And one more.
Yes, I know the Rec Room.
Yeah, you perked up as soon as you said it.
And you know the Rex in Mount Vernon.
No, I always end up drinking in draft picks.
Okay. And all the men's room. I apologize. Things this year were a bit more hectic for me, but the final results of Guess the Late Night Host as far as TV time with Ted. The Ted Smith and writers were able to get 33 of their jokes past Miles and Thrill. Correct guesses. Miles had 291. Thrill had 303. Thrill has stolen the crown from Miles.
Uh-oh.
Your guess is as good as mine from Miles. Top to bottom list contestants had 76 correct guesses. 5 winners with perfect scores. 1 winner with no strikes.
Damn.
So that is all very impressive. All right, coming up, we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day, but first.
Time
Two.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat and potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the men's room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. I feel like today's list is pretty simple. Everybody goes to McDonald's. So this is just a list of their sauces ranked by the good folks at Uprocks.
There we go.
Yeah.
I was prepared to set you up. She'd be like, who ranked them, Ted?
Now, for the most part, other than that one burger that some people put their barbecue sauce on, which they just came out with that the combination meals that they were doing for a little while, where you mix up.
Oh yeah, when you get the stuff and you put them together.
Does anyone use McDonald's dipping sauces other than their nuggets? Do people dip their fries in them?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, I'll dip my fries in there for sure.
And what flavor do you go with on the fries?
So for me, it's always been sweet and sour.
Mm-hmm.
And this will show up on the list. But right, sweet and sour, like I remember living with a couple buddies. We loved it so much. Like we would go to McDonald's for breakfast sandwiches and still get sweet and sour sauces.
I know people who put barbecue sauce on their chicken biscuit.
Right, and you're right. And there's a decent amount of people that just drizzle sauce on the sandwiches.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, and McDonald's sauces aren't going to be like super fancy.
Right.
But to me, like that as a kid, that was like the first sweet and sour I had. Now as an adult, obviously you go to like Asian restaurants and stuff. You're like, sweet and sour is a little bit different. But yeah, I always like that one. And I think, yeah, the nuggets in them are great. But like, if I'm going to order nuggets, I try to get enough sauces that like fries can get involved. Maybe a little piece of the cheeseburger gets involved.
Right there, I'm with you, man.
Yeah. I also, for some reason, if I get nuggets and fries, I like to use the first sauce very quickly and then load it up with ketchup. It feels more fun dipping your like fries.
Oh, you mean the actual the vessel?
The vessel.
Yeah, like the little cup itself.
No, you're right. There's something about dipping a condiment out of a little container that, for some reason, brings you slightly more satisfaction than if it's just sitting on your plate.
Yeah, it just feels right.
I like when they used to have the pull tab ones, but they switched companies. They moved away from Heinz and created their own ketchup.
They did.
Yeah.
McDonald's did.
Yeah.
Damn.
They have their own ketchup. But it still shows up on the list, and frankly, you'd be hard-pressed to tell the difference.
Yeah.
Do you guys like hot or cold ketchup?
Hot.
That's right. You don't keep it in the fridge.
It doesn't matter to me. I have no preference.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, if I'm at home, like, I always like, fries taste better in cold ketchup. But whenever you go out, you can't ask, like, can you put your ketchup in the fridge before I order this burger?
You should. Just one small request. Could you take this bottle of Heinz?
Ketchup hot or cold?
I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna walk in with 2 questions. Number one, I'm gonna order a burger and fries. Can you put the ketchup in the fridge now?
Yeah.
Second of all, I know this is a bar. Do you have milk?
I've seen that move before.
Yeah, I think it was us or who.
Where were we down that sports bar, right?
We were like joking about it, and then I was like, "Do they have milk?"
Right.
I mean, I guess for White
Clover
Russian
cream or something like that. Yeah.
That sports bar that used to be downstairs, kind of by the Nike store. That was there for a while. It
was a Fox Sports Grill forever.
I was in there for a Fox Sports
and
Grill.
then it was something else.
And a guy from Tennessee was there. He was an older
They
gentleman.
did have milk there, yes.
And he was demanding milk, and they would not bring him. They finally found milk, and they finally brought it to the guy, but he was losing his mind because he was still eating his food, but he needed something to wash it down with. And
they're like, we have 40 beers on tap.
The milk wasn't coming fast enough.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, orange juice is always going to be in a bar. Sure. Cranberry juice.
Right.
But, sometimes I like to drink a Hennessy with apple juice, but a lot of bars are like, dude, I don't have apple juice here. Like,
come on.
All right.
How about a cider?
Should look at our kids' menu.
Right.
That's like if you want something like apple juice at a restaurant.
Go next door to Subway.
You always get like this little itty bitty thing.
Right. Sir, I think you'd be a little more comfortable with the Red Robin.
Right.
All right. Did you see the motorcycles out front? We don't have apple juice. All right. So they ranked 8 of their sauces. Last on the list, the tangy barbecue.
I agree. I don't dislike it, but it's probably my least favorite McDonald's sauce.
Right. They call it legitimately the worst barbecue sauce they've had. It's heavy on vinegar notes with a sweet tomato forward flavor. No traces of smoke here. It's sugary, sweet, and bright with a tangy, almost sour aftertaste. The weirdest barbecue sauce ever. Which, again, if you're comparing their barbecue sauce to like other barbecue sauce, like I'm never going to be like, I'm going to cook my chicken in this. But with chicken nuggets,
right?
That stuff's delicious.
Eating the chicken nuggets, they kind of do well together.
Then they number 7 on the list, they put mustard.
Is it
just
hot mustard?
No. Hot mustard's on the list.
Okay.
This is just mustard.
Right. And then I was trying to think if I've ever ordered, I've gotten ketchup packets.
Right.
Ranch at McDonald's, sweet and sour. I don't know that I've ever just said, can I get a mustard pack?
I'm pretty sure the only thing that they put mustard on at McDonald's is a quarter pounder. They put a little drop on the hamburger.
It's on your cheeseburger or hamburger.
Just a little bit, but not a lot.
They say it's a bit boring, doesn't have the complexity of a good mustard. A little bit blunt and bitter with a vinegar-dominant flavor. Yeah, that sounds like me.
Blunt.
Little blunt and bitter with a vinegar-dominated flavor. Apple cider vinegar.
Start calling Ted mustard.
Pub mustard. Then they put ranch.
Ranch is okay.
Right. A lot of people, again, they weren't super fans of it. They said it's a little cheaper tasting, which...
It's McDonald's. Everything's a little cheaper tasting, and they charge you a little cheaper.
One more thing on the flip-flop there with the ketchup. Do you like it warm? Do you like it cold?
All right.
No one eats warm ranch. McDonald's serves their ranch warm. So one of the reasons that I don't like it very much is because it's warm ranch dressing.
But see, if I order chicken wings from an outside place, usually the ranch is warm, and I don't mind. Okay. So it's like, you're right. I'm like flip-flop, but I'm like the opposite. I would never keep my ranch just out on the counter. I think it would go bad. But I don't mind warm ranch.
Okay.
I don't either. That's yeah.
Sweet. On my chest. Slather it in.
Jesus. Can you imagine ranch in my chest?
It's there forever.
Oh, my God. Look at, sir, you've been in the shower for half an hour. Like, I'm covered in ranch. Ketchup. Everybody's had McDonald's ketchup. They got their own recipe. I guess they wanted to save money. They didn't want to pay Heinz. But almost everybody agrees it tastes just as good as Heinz.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. There used to be some fast food place, I think, that had Hunt's, but that was years ago. All right, now back up on the list, number 4, the hot mustard, which to me is one of the classics.
That's what people were asking. Am I the only one who gets hot mustard?
And I like it. They go, it's not hot like you might think. It's heavily vinegar flavored with sweet garlic finish. They say it's a step down from the discontinued honey mustard sauce, which was sweeter and actually spicier.
And discontinued honey mustard.
Yeah, they discontinued that one. Number 3 on the list is my guy, sweet and sour. It's more sweet than sour. Let's describe it as an apricot and plum with brown sugar aftertaste.
Okay.
Which, again, I probably agree with that. Like, I'm not sure it has any, it's like, would even count as a sweet and sour. But if you ask me my favorite dipping sauce, it was like sweet and sour. It's the best.
Without a doubt.
I remember as a kid being thrown off going to Chick-fil-A. It's like, what is Polynesian sauce? Spicy buffalo. It's not actually hot, or it's the only actual hot one McDonald's offer. They describe it as a cayenne pepper flavored forward with garlic and onion notes. Again, I'm sure it's good. I never think I think chicken wings for a buffalo. I don't think chicken nuggets.
This is back to the bunless wing thing. That's why I don't like the combination.
Well, and I think the ranch and the buffalo sauce came out when they had wings there for a minute. Where are they? Mighty Wings.
Did they actually have Mighty Wings for one?
Oh, yeah. McDonald's had chicken wings. And then number 1 on the list is the Szechuan.
Is what?
Say it.
Szechuan sauce.
Is that the one that's back for a limited time?
Yes.
Okay.
It's dominated by sweet notes. It isn't spicy or hot. It's more like brown sugar and ginger flavors, almost teriyaki with a smoky aftertaste, which is good. I mean, it's hard to beat teriyaki sauce, but I'm with you. I don't know that Szechuan might, they're not regularly available.
No.
Szechuan is coming back again.
Soon.
Yeah. Szechuan will be back
To a
soon.
store location near you.
Don't forget your soda.
Thank you, Head Chef. We appreciate it. You are listening to The Men's Room.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up here in just minutes, we will drink, we will toast with the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines coming up at 5:50. First, quick check-in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, a new study found that boomers actually exercise 104 minutes more than Gen Z per week.
Because they need to. It's the doctor's orders. I mean, I hear you.
Exactly.
But I think there's probably a good reason for that.
You know, and they were trying to say, most people would think it's because they've got more time on their hands, and it's not necessarily that, but I agree.
It's because they have less time on their hands.
Right, because they do have to get up and move, and Gen Z is still kind of in that transitionary period where their body's not working against them yet.
Right, exactly.
You know,
my father's 81, he'll be 82 later this year. Dude walks 3 to 5 miles every day.
Right.
And it's not because the doctor didn't tell him to do that.
Exactly.
My ass ain't walking anyway.
There's an old guy I pass on the walking to work, and he's almost speed walking, but not running. I'm always God, this guy's out here crushing it.
Yeah, man.
Day in, day out.
Then how do you pass him every day?
Sometimes he's going the other way. Honestly, today he was going the other way, and I was like, thank goodness.
Does he walk with those little neon-colored dumbbells?
He doesn't. But I mean, literally, you can he's not running, but he's I feel like for his age, he's moving that body as fast as he can. Seriously, I'm always get it, okay.
I'll tell you what, man. My wife and I were in Edmonds, I think over the summer or something, and as I'm looking around at everyone, a lot of older folks. It's a good place to be, right? But I think it's a legal requirement that if you walk in Edmonds, you must have the ski poles.
Yes.
I was there's a lot of hills there. Everybody, but dude, they're walking on the flat streets,
right.
Where the main downtown area.
There's a lot of flat walkers with those.
Everybody,
which means in about 10, 15 years, a lot of homes will be up for sale.
Just bide your time.
Hang on, kids.
Like buying a Cadillac in Florida.
Exactly.
And now for something that nobody asked for, Almond Joy now has a pudding.
No one likes Almond Joy.
No.
People love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's what. No other cereal is trying to compete with their ideas of spreading a product out because it's not as good and doesn't kind of transfer over.
Almond Joy's garbage.
Yeah.
And same with its ugly stepbrother Mounds.
Oh, they're both equally as ugly.
They're disgusting.
Yeah. That was trade candy. There's always the one kid in school who loved those things, and what was nice was you knew he would take them off your hands and trade you crap you wanted in return.
Right.
But
he was also the same kid that loved Good and Plenty.
Right. You go hey man, weirdo. You want my Snickers? I do. And here's my Good and Plenty. Here's my Mary Sue's. It's always good to know that one weird kid that likes the garbage.
I mean, to his credit, little weirdo there's got all the candy in the world. Right. Somebody else
He makes out better than anybody.
Anybody need some Smarties?
I mess with some Smarties.
I'm getting into Smarties these days.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, they were the trash candy. Nobody liked Smarties when I was a kid.
See, I always hated Tootsie Rolls. People love Tootsie Rolls.
I love Tootsie Rolls.
Man, you know what used to piss me off with Tootsie Pops?
Oh, man.
Because as a child, I was always
jam.
I'm a blow pop guy.
I know. Yeah, the lady says the same thing. She gives me grief.
The blow pop is a superior product, but you can enjoy both.
You settle down there, Mr. Smith.
No, Mr. Smith is correct.
No, he's not.
No, he is.
That little crap little piece of gum.
Hey, first of all, it's not gum, it's caulk, and it loses its flavor in like 3 seconds. Caulk. But it is worth the effort to get there.
It's caulk.
It is. It does not have the consistency
flavorless.
of gum.
It is less than half of a piece of gum. Like, you get one bubble out of it, and then all of a sudden it's stale.
done.
Oh,
right.
God. Whereas that Tootsie Roll, that's fantastic.
But the problem the Tootsie Roll has is that it continues to taste like a Tootsie Roll.
Yeah.
I only like them when they're in the middle of one of those Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pops. That's the only time I actually
That's
like
exactly what I'm saying I don't like.
Oh.
Terrible.
That's the only time I like it.
Somebody here says, F you guys. I love Mounds and all the joy.
You're the weird kid.
Right. Buy the pudding.
Someone else says, hey, I'm one of the weird kids. I wish I grew up with you. We'd have made on Halloween, dude, November 1st would have been a great day for both of us.
Bit of honey. That was another one that just, for whatever reason, it showed up and nobody asked for it.
Ooh, tardy.
That was my response to Bit of Honey. That's what I think.
He released one a little bit worse than that just before we got on air. Like,
picture you dropped a roll of quarters off the 5th floor of a building and it landed in a bucket of Vaseline. That's what it sounded like.
There's a bark going on, man, and the bite's on the way.
No, the bite's here.
Oh, dear.
The bite has arrived.
Police in Texas say they're investigating a possible prank where someone put up a sign saying that a new Chick-fil-A location was coming to town.
Well, it's going to cause a frenzy, I guess. The police feel like they need to be involved.
Police are investigating this. He put up a sign saying, hey, there's the new Chick-fil-A coming. Like,
hey, that's not funny.
Right.
You could have just tweeted it out.
And it's Texas. It's not like they care.
I know.
Like,
apparently they do.
Okay.
Well, when a Chick-fil-A comes to town, there's a reason that police show up and there's a line 4 blocks. They're doing traffic control.
Oh, my God, for real.
Yeah. Well, the other thing, too, is like Chick-fil-A, just especially if you watch college football, they
sponsor everything.
They had national ads forever, but were primarily in the Southeast.
So people to start wanting Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Right. A man landed himself in the ICU after suffering a rare lung injury while masturbating.
I'm about to toast him.
Well, okay. I'm gonna leave it. Well done, sir. Well done.
You can share it anyway. It doesn't matter. It's worth repeating.
A new theory on the Loch Ness Monster claims that it may just be a giant whale's wiener.
Did you read the...
Wait, so what do I think? There's a whale swimming on its back?
Pretty much.
And it wants to pop. Well,
what's up?
They take pictures of my penis.
Put a kilt on this, Scottish.
There was a guy... There was a guy who photographed... I'm not sure what the whale is. But this is what the whale does. Okay. It's on its backside, and when it's ready to mate, it throws this thing up in the air.
All right.
Okay? It looks like...
That's what I do.
It looks exactly like the shadow picture, and it swims on its back, and it airs it out. Right?
Yep. Airs it out.
It looks like the original Loch Ness picture.
Okay.
Exactly. With a shadow, you know what I mean, and the backlight. The theory is that these whales do exist in that. So Loch Ness goes out to the ocean.
Yes, it does.
And there's a lot of migratory fish.
It's right out there on the coast.
To feed. So the idea being that this is a whale that's come to mate in this area, and they have had whales that have mated in Loch Ness.
Where are the bitches at?
This is what Miles and I have said for years. Well, don't solve the Bermuda Triangle. Don't solve Bigfoot. Don't solve Loch Ness. Inevitably, it's going to be disappointing. And if you're going to tell me that after years and years and years of the Loch Ness Monster and all we've been taking pictures of, and people and researchers have been, all these kinds of things, you're looking for a giant whale penis, like that sucks all of the magic.
To me, that makes it more magical. This thing that's been around for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, really just a whale's deed. To me, that's the ultimate aristocrat.
Like I saw when they found a way to better the picture of the video of Sasquatch. You know the video where he's walking through the woods, right?
Yeah.
Somebody refined it, and it looked like a dude walking around in a puffy coat. I was disappointed. It's like, come on, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Loch
Ness Monster, that was a magical, scary thing.
Yes.
It's a whale penis.
I mean, I went to Loch Ness. I saw it, and I looked out there. I searched for him.
You didn't realize you were
looking for a whale deed.
Yeah.
It says here the Kardashians is finally out on Hulu today. I know that you guys were waiting for it.
Thank God.
If you guys have never been subscribers to Hulu, you got it just to see the Kardashians.
Because you can't see them enough.
And now somebody did what, again, nobody asked for at all, but I'm going to run through it anyway because why not? It's fun. They ranked the Kardashian-Jenner family by Instagram popularity. So my question to you guys is, just Shoot your shot. Who do you think is the most popular Instagram character in the Kardashian-Jenner family?
It's got to be Kylie because she's kind of doing her own thing.
Okay.
Are they still on the show? Do they count the Jenners?
That's the question.
But I would say Kim just because she's so...
All right.
She's Kim Kardashian.
Little split. Miles, do you know anybody else in this family?
I know the basic names. I know Kris Jenner.
There you go.
I know Caitlyn Jenner.
There you go.
I know Khloe.
There you go.
I know Kim.
All right.
Courtney.
There you go.
Don't know.
Is this
just my
is everybody in the family?
So
everybody's just, Scott Disick.
And there you go. Exactly. People
Travis,
that they were also
Travis
with.
Scott.
He's on the list as well. Yes.
Oh, damn. Look at you go.
Oh, yeah.
So I will say
Kanye?
this. Obviously, it's going to be the namesakes of the
Kanye.
family that are going to be all the way up there as far as towards the top. Like 1 through 6 is all names that begin with a letter K.
So that tells you what you need to know.
I'm just going to run through it here. They actually have all 13 for you. Number 13 being Rob Kardashian himself, the pioneer.
I can't get a break.
How many people does he have?
He has 2.8 million followers on Instagram.
This is a numbers game on how many followers are on Instagram.
This is not about content.
Gotcha.
This is not about ad revenue. This is purely by how many people they've got on Instagram.
All right.
Number 12, Tristan Thompson, who I don't know.
He's a basketball player.
Okay.
And
He is the ex of
Khloe.
Khloe.
Well, yeah, they have kids. They're always on and off.
And he's a little bit up there at 3.6 million. Then we take the jump, Miles, to Caitlyn Jenner at number 11 at 12.8 million.
Okay. I guess it's a little fresh for Travis Barker, isn't it?
Yeah. It says Travis Barker has 6.7 million followers. Pete Davidson's account is currently deleted, so they're not quite counting them just yet.
All right.
Number 10 is where you find Kanye West at 15.9 million. Not quite there to break the 16 million mark, but whoever the first one does is number 9, Blac Chyna.
Oh.
I can't believe she still counts. I mean, she did have a baby with Rob.
There you go. That's all you need. That's all you need. Number 8 is where you find Scott Disick. Now, what is Scott Disick's relation there?
He's Courtney's ex and has kids with her, but he never wifed her up. And now Travis Barker's in there.
So basically, if you get a Kardashian pregnant, you will not be with them in the future. If you have a child with the Kardashian, you are not with the Kardashian you had a child with.
Like, I'm starting to hear...
I don't know, but
Doesn't sound
everything
like
you're going through, I'm like, okay. So
but is it... I forget. I get the two.
Well,
Jenner
Travis Scott.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're still together. I just forget which Jenner it is, Kylie or Caitlyn.
Caitlyn.
You can't keep them all straight, man. They've all got the same starting letter, and it's close enough.
Did you hear what those jackasses did at Disneyland?
No.
Who's that?
So Kim and I want to say maybe Khloe. So they go to Disneyland, right?
Okay.
They jump to the front of the line on every ride.
Oh, just because they can.
Because they can. But what they also demanded...
That no one else on the ride?
No one else could be on any of the rides with them. So
oh, my God.
If we're in the teacups, there are 9 empty teacups and just...
They just wanted to dry run.
They ruined the kids like the teacups.
Kids don't care about the Kardashians.
Right.
If you're a kid and you want to get on the teacup ride, it has nothing to do with the Kardashians.
I guarantee a Haunted Mansion still broke down on them.
Jesus.
Number 7.
Sucks.
This is the Kardashian-Jenner family ranked by Instagram popularity. Number 7 being Travis Scott.
Oh, yeah.
At 44.7 million. Now, I believe that is the last of the spouses, exes,
baby makers,
and all that. So now we get into the meat of it. The lowest of the low, as far as the top 6, is Kris Jenner, the matriarch, if I'm not mistaken.
Makes sense.
Yeah, the momager.
The momager. That is a great way to put that. Yes, 46.9 million.
I know. I just read it too, bro.
Yeah, I was like,
I hear you, but I was going to let Mike just give you credit for it. Really, I just read that.
Thanks, Mike. But
The next one up at number 5, 3 times as many at 169 million followers. Courtney lands. All right, as far as the lowest of the sisters, as it were. Number 4 of the Kardashian-Jenner family ranked on Instagram popularity, Kendall. 230 million.
Jesus.
Damn near twice as many as Courtney. Like, nobody's bothering with Courtney. Just leave her down there. We don't want it.
She's doing all right at 165.
Gets a little bit closer here at 234 million, so just 4 million above is Khloe Kardashian at number 3. So here's the question. The divide is 327 by 300 million. It is Kylie and Kim who takes the cake as far as the most popular Instagram influencer between the Kardashians.
It's got to be Kylie.
I was going to say, now that you say it might be Kylie Jenner.
All right. The winner of the most
Come on, you can do it. You can do it.
The most followed.
You work so hard.
Of the Kardashian-Jenner family on Instagram Kylie Jenner.
Yeah. How many followers?
327 million.
You think
Well,
about
she's
these.
a mod. Like the other thing you got to keep in mind too is like forget just the show. Like she's a big time model. Like
Right.
she's famous all over the world. Like I think sometimes too with like social media followings in the States, we always just think of people that are here. But like I want to say Cristiano Ronaldo has some crazy number too. Like like there's a lot of people around the world.
They're actually actively trying to build their following as opposed to just posting, here's what I got going on.
Right.
I'm just a hot person. And then
Well, the reason they do that is because there's a monetary compensation involved.
Yeah,
That's in the amount of work.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. This is your
Advertising.
job at this point. And then Kim Kardashian, yes, did come in second and 300 million. So there you go.
Loser.
There's your most followed members of the.
What has your family done?
A man in Maryland was found dead in his home with his more than 120 snakes, and you will never guess what he died from.
Yeah.
I'll make the big reveal at 5:50.
Boy, that's going to keep people hanging, Mike. I don't know. Oh, that is correct. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, let's get a contestant online for Profile This at 206-421-ROCK. All right, we made it to drinking time.